th Ranger Regiment. The 75th Ranger Regiment, also known as Army Rangers, is an elite special operations force that is a combat deployable unit in the United States Army Special Operations Command. The regiment is headquartered at Fort Benning, Georgia and is composed of a regimental headquarters company, a military intelligence battalion, a special troops battalion, and 3 ranger battalions. The 75th Ranger Regiment is the U.S. Army's premier light infantry unit, with specialized skills that enable them to perform a variety of operations. Their primary operations are to execute direct action raids in hostile or sensitive environments worldwide, often killing or capturing high-value targets. Besides direct action raids, their other missions include airfield seizure, special reconnaissance, personnel recovery, clandestine insertion and site exploitation. The regiment can deploy 1 Ranger battalion within 18 hours of alert notification. The regiment's history dates back to colonial America, when rifle companies organized by Major Robert Rogers made long-range attacks against French forces and their Indian allies and were instrumental in capturing Fort Detroit. During the American Revolutionary War, many colonial commanders were former Rangers. 1. General John Stark commanded the 1st New Hampshire Militia, which gained fame at the battles of Bunker Hill and Bennington. Stark later coined the phrase "Live Free or Die," New Hampshire's state motto. The Regimental Special Troops Battalion, RSTB, was activated on July 17, 2006. The RSTB conducts sustainment, intelligence, reconnaissance and maintenance missions which were previously accomplished by small detachments assigned to the regimental headquarters and then attached within each of the 3 Ranger battalions. The activation of the RSTB is part of the shift of the Ranger Force's focus from short-term contingency missions towards continuous combat operations without loss in lethality or flexibility. In October 2007, a D company was added to each of the 3 battalions of the 75th Ranger Regiment. After the events of September 11, 2001, Rangers were called into action in support of the War on Terror. Ranger Protection Force teams were part of Task Force SWORD. The task force was a black SOF unit, whose primary objective was of capturing or killing senior leadership and high-value targets within both Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. On October 19, 2001, 200 Rangers of 3rd Battalion 75th Ranger Regiment spearheaded ground forces by conducting an airborne assault to seize Objective Rhino during the 2001 invasion of Afghanistan, in support of Operation Enduring Freedom Afghanistan. On August 18, 2002, while the Operation Enduring Freedom, U.S. Army Rangers and other coalition special forces joined the 82nd Airborne Division in Operation Mountain Sweep, carrying out 5 combat air assault missions on the area around the villages of Dormat and Nuriza, south of Coast Gardez. The force found an anti-aircraft gun, 2 82mm mortars, recoilless rifles, rocket-propelled grenade launchers, machine guns, small arms and ammunition for all of them and detained 10 people. During the 2003 invasion of Iraq, all 3 Ranger battalions were assigned to a new task force. It was based on the concept of a prior successful task force, and its task was to seize key locations, long-distance special reconnaissance and capturing high-value targets. On March 24, 2003, 3rd Battalion 75th Ranger Regiment conducted a combat drop onto H-1 Air Base, securing the site as a staging area for operations in western Iraq. As of 2012, the 75th Ranger Regiment is conducting sustained combat operations in multiple countries, deploying from multiple locations in the United States, an unprecedented task for the regiment. Rangers continue conducting combat operations with almost every deployed Special Operation Force, conventional and coalition force in support of both Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom. The Ranger Regiment executes a wide range of diverse operations that include airborne and air assaults into Afghanistan and Iraq, mounted infiltrations behind enemy lines, complex urban raids on high-value targets and rescue operations. Ranger Battalion operational tempo while deployed is high. The 1st Ranger Battalion conducted more than 900 missions in Afghanistan in one deployment. The battalion successfully captured nearly 1,700 enemy combatants with 386 high-value targets and killed more than 400. While the Ranger Regiment has traditionally been considered an elite light infantry force, operations over the past decade have demonstrated the Rangers' capabilities of conducting a full range of special operations missions. In March 2017, as part of Operation Inherent Resolve, CNN reported that approximately 100 U.S. Army Rangers and Strykers and armored Humvees deployed in and around Manbij, Syria, to deter hostilities towards the deployment of the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit, whose purpose was to support, particularly providing artillery support, U.S.-backed forces in the battle to liberate Raqqa from ISIL, rather than the typical mission of training, advising and assisting local forces.